This conference will now be recorded.
Sorry for that. So here, if you are trying to identify exact we are trying to call Sirisha, okay, we need some basic information regarding Sirisha, like name and address, right? If you are trying to identify by using name and address, we filter these four persons are having same name and address, right? So, did we identify the exact person in these three means no, right? We need, right? We need to, did we identify the exact person means no, we did not identify. So, what we are doing, we are taking we are taking see some more information, so address to and working for Infosys, right? So by using these two we are trying to identify. So in this point of time what happened, we filtered these three persons are having same name, address to and working for Infosys. So still by using these two, okay, did we identify the exact information? No, three persons we filtered, so we are not identifying the exact one, right? So what happened? We are taking fax number by using those three. We are trying to identify. So we filtered these two. These two persons are having same name, okay, address to working for Infosys and fax also, okay, working for Infosys and then fax also. Okay, so still we are not identified two persons, so we need to filter it out, right? So how means you can see by using picture. Finally, we are taking picture to identify the exact person. Okay, now just assume. Finally, we are taking picture to identify the exact person. Okay, so let's see here. Finally, we are taking picture to identify the exact person. Got it? Now, so please observe. Right. So finally, we are taking pictures to identify the exact person. Right? Got it? Now, so initially we are using some properties to identify the object that is called mandatory properties. Okay? So mandatory properties. If mandatory properties are not enough, then we will go ahead with the assistive properties. Assistive properties. Okay. So assistive properties. If mandatory properties, assistive properties are not enough, then we are using base filter. Okay, then optional filter. We are using these four properties to identify the object that is called. So we are using these four properties to identify the object that is called object identification. You can see here mandatory properties. Initially we are taking these information to identify, right? Next, assistive, right? So base filter, optional filter like that. We are using this information to identify the object, right? So basically there are two ways to identify the object, guys. Okay, so normal identification and smart identification. Okay, normal identification and smart identification. What do you mean by normal identification? What do you mean by smart identification? See, actually initially we are trying to identify, initially we are trying to identify by using this one, right? By using this one. Okay, so in this point of time what happened, in this point of time what happened, So in this point of time, we identified these two persons. Okay. So in this point of time, you can observe we identified we identified these four persons are filtered. So we are using assistive properties. So just observe. These two are enough to identify the object that is called normal identification. Okay, these two are enough to identify the object that is called normal identification. So if these two are not enough, then what we are doing, we are using base filter, optional filter. We are using these four properties to identify the object. Okay, so we are using these four properties to identify the object, that is called smart identification. So initially we are taking these four two, that is called normal identification. If those two are not enough, then we are using smart identification. Right, got it? So we are using smart identification. So this is how the work will be processed. Got it? Next. So just observe. So what is the navigation is go to tools, object identification. Okay. So we are not going to perform this one, guys. Project manager, team lead, those guys will perform. Okay. So project manager, team lead, those guys will perform this task. So actually we are not going to handle this. Now let's see here. So what is the navigation? Go to tools, object identification. Go to tools, object identification. So for example, I want to identify the button, right? Initially we are taking mandatory properties to identify the object. If it is not enough, then we are going with assist, right? So just assume these two are enough. Just assume these two are enough to identify the object. That is called normal identification. So for example, if these two are not enough to identify the object means, you can see here. Enable, you can see, check this checkbox. Enable smart identification, right? So enable smart identification.
Can you do it
Can you,
again, please?
okay, let me close this one. So go to tools, object identification. This is the navigation, right? So go to tools, object identification. Now, initially we are using these properties to identify the object, right? For example, I want to identify the button. Initially we are taking mandatory properties, right? If mandatory properties are not enough, then we are using assist. By using these two, we are trying to identify the object. Okay? We are trying to identify the object. Okay. So in this point of time, these two are enough. It's okay. That is called normal identification. If these two are enough to identify the object, that is called normal identification. So if in case, if these two are not enough to identify the object, that is called smart identification. Okay, that is called smart identification. Smart identification. Right, clear? Okay. So how means you can see, check this checkbox. Okay, enable smart identification. Click on configure. Click on configure. Now let's see here. Right. Okay, so now just observe here. Click on configure, right? Let's see here. So we are using these four properties to identify the mandatory, assistive, base filter, optional filter, right? So this is called smart identification. Got it? Now, so this is what about next. So let's see here. So you can see here. So basically there are different types of objects are there. Runtime objects, test objects. Okay. What do you mean by runtime objects? What do you mean by test objects? You can see here. In application we're having objects, right? Those are nothing but runtime objects. Like, so this is a flight applications. Here we're having objects, right? So those are nothing but runtime objects. As you cannot change these objects. Okay? You cannot change this object. And in the object repository we're having, go to resources, select object repository. You're already aware of object repository, right? So in object repository we're having objects. Those are nothing but test objects, as you can change it. Okay, as you can change it. Okay, so as you can change that test objects, right? Got? Okay, so you can change the objects, right? Okay, so now just observe here. Next, next, right? So just observe. Now just observe. Right. Okay. Now see here. Right. So and in application we have these are, you can change it, right? Earlier also I told you you can rename it, you can delete it, you can copy it, right? You can able to do some modification. You can change whatever you want, right? So this is what about. Now this is what about object identification, right? Next, object spy. So what is this object spy? Object spy means it's a handy feature provided by the it's a handy feature provided by the QTP, which is used for showing one object related complete properties and values. Okay, which is used for showing one object related complete properties and values. Okay, so it is one of the handy feature provided by the QTP, which is used for showing one object related complete properties and values. What is the navigation? Actually, right now we are not using, guys. In future, in further sessions, we are going to use this one. Okay, how we can able to work with this one? Why? Because in future we are writing the script manually. On that time, with the help of this one only, we are going to executing the script. Okay, so with the help of this one only, we are going to execute the script. Okay. Okay. See how means. For example, I want to know OK button related complete properties and values. How means go to tools, objects file. Okay, go to tools, objects file. Okay, one hand icon is there. Now click the hand icon. So which object information you require? I want OK button information, as I said, right? So click on that OK button. You can see that OK button related complete properties and values are displayed. Okay, list of properties and values are displayed. Same likewise. So click on agent name, right? So that agent name related complete properties and values are displayed, right? So like that, when you click this one, which object information we require? Password information. Now click on password. That password related properties and values are displaying. Like that, it is used to display one object related complete properties and values. Okay. Next. Now this is how the work will be processed. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Next. So let's see here. We'll discuss the remaining things. So QTP life cycle we are going to discuss. Okay, let's observe QTP life cycle. So what do you mean by QTP life cycle? So it contains 6 different phases. Okay, like what? So actually test the plan phase, generating a basic script, enhance the script, go to execute it, analyze the result and reporting like that. It contains 6 different phases. Okay, so it contains 6 different phases. So let's discuss one by one. Test plan phase. Okay, test plan phase. So what do you mean by test plan phase? Test plan is a strategic document or narrowly prepared document prepared by test lead. Okay, So So test plan means it's a, already test plan is a strategic document or narrowly prepared document prepared by test lead. Who prepared this document? Test lead will prepare this one, and it describes how to test the project effectively to provide the quality project to client. Okay, how to test the project effectively to provide the quality project to the client. Okay, so who prepared this document, guys?
Test lead or developer?
Test lead will prepare. Okay, so who prepared this document? Test lead will prepare this document. Okay, so test lead will prepare this document. So you can see here test lead will prepare this document. Okay, so as I told you, okay, it's a strategic document or narrowly prepared document. Okay, to describe how to test the project effectively to provide the quality project to the client. Okay, so you can see here how to test the project effectively. So test lead will prepare this document, right? So what is the steps mean? First, you have to understand the requirement by the test lead. Whatever the test lead they give you, right? First, you need to understand the requirement by the test lead. Understand the requirement by the test lead. Okay. So next, identify which module you need to be automated. Okay, you have to identify which module you need to automate. Okay. So next, analyze the flow of the module. Analyze the flow of the module. Okay, identify which module you need to automate, right? Analyze the flow of the module. So then preparing tool to ready with all pre-configuration settings for the operations, right? What do you mean by this? First of all, as a test lead, I'm a test lead, just assume. I gave you a task, like verify the update order, right? So first of all, once I gave the task, you are trying to understand the requirement. Okay, so our test lead will give us like understanding the requirement by the test lead. Means verify the update order. You have to understand, okay, we have to check whether update order is working fine or not, like that, right or not? Update order is working fine or not, like that, right or not? So whether that update order is working fine or okay. So next, whether that update order is working fine or not. So next one is what? Identify the which module. So which module we need to automate? Is update order is available in this module? Please check it out, guys. Is update order is available in this module? No, right? So we have to check with another module. Okay, so let's go to the next module and check whether update order is available or not, like. Okay, right. Okay, next. Okay, so you can see here. Is updated is there here or not? Please, did you check? Okay, see here, update order is here. Maybe you are not observed, but it isn't disabled, right? It's not enabled, guys, right? How I can able to make them enable means the third step. If you know the flow of the module, analyze the flow of the module, then you can make it enable, right? So, like for example, when you open any order, then only update order is enabled. You can see here right now. Okay, update order is enabled. Okay, next. Then,
Okay, I have a question. Can you go back? How did you get the name and the date? I didn't see that.
which name?
The name you put on the date of the flights. Okay,
Flight.
fly
Okay, okay.
from.
Open file, open order.
Okay,
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 okay.
okay.
You can check this checkbox. Order number I want. Okay, order number
Other
5.
number. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh, okay.
Okay. So like
Okay.
this. Okay. Next. Okay. Next. Then see here. See here. See, update order. We analyze the flow, right? So then preparing tool to ready with all pre-configuration settings for further operation. Actually, we are not preparing tool to be ready, to be frank. Okay, so our persons, they can able to like training the people, they can able to make it ready. Okay, so this is what about you can see. Okay, so like the preparing tool to ready with all pre-configuration settings for further operation. Okay, so further operation. Next, right. Next. So this is what about next. Second step is what generating the basic script. So in this we are going to generate a basic script by using recording and running. Let's see here. So once I open the application, hit the record button, I am going to generate a basic script. I just entered agent name. The script is generated, right? So first we have to generate the basic script, guys. After that, whatever the enhancements are there, you can enhance it. You know already, right? So like that, you can enhance the script. Okay. So this is what about. You can enhance the script. Okay, let's see here. So these are how the work will be processed. Okay, let's close this one. Then stop it. Like that, we are going to generate the basic script. Then enhance the script. So basically, there are different enhancements are there. From now onwards, we are going to discuss all the different enhancements. Okay, like checkpoints, inserting, measuring transaction point, right? So output values, parameterize matters. Okay, like one by one, how to write this script manually. These are all enhancements. So we will discuss one by one from next session onwards. Okay. So this is what about, guys. Check it out. I will send these notes to you. Okay. So recordings. I sent you the recording of second, right? Until second, you got it recordings, guys. In
Okay.
second means
I checked
check it out.
yesterday. We got it up to the 30th, January 30th.
Guys, I sent to your training these people. They are forwarding to you. Maybe that is the reason the communication gap. I will ask to
Okay,
put
we'll
in.
check with him.
Okay then. UTP notes. I'm sending it to you. Complete notes. And guys, Ola, can you please tell me your email ID? Ola, Everestas, I got it.
Mine
Ola,
is in Chem.
your,
Mine is in Chem
Chem,
Delim.
yeah,
Yes.
it's there.
I'm trying to send
Yes.
my. Where do you want us to send it to?
So I'm trying to send complete QTP notes and okay. So manual what we did also. The complete manual notes. Earlier we initially.
तो हमें
I, I put my email address in the chat. Can you copy from there, please?
Sure, definitely.
Trying to.
Okay, thank you. Next class will be on Monday at same time, guys. Please be join. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
I have mailed the chat on this.
Zahid and Khurram, put your email.
One by one, one by one.
Yeah.
Tell me.
You can just copy from there in the chat box.
One second. I'll copy. I'll give the capturing the notes. Uh, it's all up. So I got yeah, Zahid also give me. I copied and pasted here. Rocks for me. I copied and pasted here. Nadim also give me. I copied and pasted here. And let's see who else. Okay. So whatever the emails I got it, I copied and pasted here. Check it out, guys. The complete QTP and manual notes also there. Okay.
Thank you.
Manual what? Okay then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.